Hey guys, I am back with another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing a contour palette, and that contour palette is Essence Contouring Duo Palette. If you are thinking about purchasing this product, watch to find out what you need to know before you buy. I purchased this product at Ulta and it cost $5.99. On the Essence website, it also costs $5.99, which I think is very affordable for a contour palette. The contour palette that I usually use is the KVD Shade and Light, the Duo, and I felt like these colors in this palette are very similar to those colors, so that's kind of what stood out to me, and that's why I wanted to purchase this one. I am running out of the Shade and Light, like I am on the last corner edges of that contour, so I needed to find something or try out something that was similar in shade, and I'm hoping with how affordable this is that it is comparable. So it only comes in two palette colors. It comes in a palette color for lighter skin and then for darker skin. So not really big range or anything, but I feel like, like the KVD Shade and Light also only comes in 3 palette colors. So I guess, with contours, it's a little bit more forgiving. Some of the claims of this contour palette is it comes with a matte contour and it comes with a luminous highlighter. It says that the 2 tones are for every skin type and it is cruelty free. Comes in a plastic container like this. You just pop it open and it looks like this. What I'm going to do is just I'm rubbing inside the contour shade. That's what it looks like on my finger. And I'm just going to apply it to my skin. So I do right off the bat like the color of it. I don't like contour colors that are warmer. I really like them to have cool tone, and I feel like this is pretty cool tone. I feel like it's similar to the Shade and Light. Yeah, it is pretty similar. So I just rubbed the Shade and Light color here, and I get the lightest color right here, and then right there is the Essence one. So right off the bat, I'm liking the color so far. I don't know how it's gonna blend out with a brush, but I do feel like the colors are very similar. Now, the highlighting one, I'm going to put on my other hand. Here's what picked up on my finger. And I don't know, you're not gonna be able to see it because it really blends into my skin. I didn't mention this before, but the color that I did get is for the lighter skin. Right now I'm using the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream as my foundation. I am trying out a new concealer, which shouldn't affect this because I don't really put concealer in the places where I would put contour. Yeah, that's the only things I'm wearing right now besides my eyebrows. So I'm going to put the contour on the way that I always use my contour. Right here on my forehead, I do use it down here, and then I also do my jawline as well. I'm going to use this brush. This is just an Eco Tools brush, and this is just what I always use to put on contour. So let me get started on applying the contour. So I'm just going to dip into contour like that. Okay. Ooh, that is really dark. Shoot. I put a lot on my brush. Oh my gosh. Oh geez. Oh my gosh. That looks so crazy. I don't know why it picked up so much. Okay, we're gonna have to fix this. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that side. I'm gonna go on to the other side because I'm gonna have to fix that side. It's looking so crazy. And I'm just gonna put it really just on the perimeter of this side. Wow, it really shows up a lot on my skin. Now this is I feel like it's applying so much darker on my skin than the Shade and Light color. Even though they looked similar on my hand, I feel oh my gosh. That is I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, Let's do like here. Wow, it's like it's really showing up on my skin. Like a lot darker than I expected it to. I'm really gonna have to clean this up. Now that I have it applied to all the spots that I normally apply, it looks crazy. I feel like it's just really dark, and I feel like, I don't know, it's not blending. I'm just going to put some powder on like a big fluffy brush to see if it'll help like tone that down. I just took a big fluffy brush like you saw, and I used this like Super Stay Full Coverage, like some powder, and kind of just put the powder on my face, like to kind of, because you saw there was like a huge spot there, and now it's kind of blended a little bit better. Now I'm kind of scared because I'm also going to, what I use the Shade and Light for is to contour my nose. And now that you've seen it, a little bit of powder goes a long way, and it's just not as blendable, I feel like. Like you can really see the color. This might be too dark than what I prefer. Because I always use these contour shades to do my nose, I'm going to try to contour my nose. Now, the thing that I use to contour my nose is this Morphe like flat top brush. And it's like that, and I usually just dip it into the contour shade and then like go down my nose. It helps because it's like straight, helps to keep me to have a straight line on my nose. I'm really nervous to use this because it picks up a lot and like it doesn't blend out. So I'm gonna do like the tiniest dip. Like one, I literally did one tiny dip.
Myself, I wouldn't be here back in the car on the way to your apartment.
Not bad. I do like the color of it, and dipping in just a teensy tiny bit actually really worked. It didn't pick up too much, and I feel like it still applied the color. I am just going to do this, just putting some powder here.
I thought by now I'd see it clearer, but what I need isn't the same as what I'm wanting. 'Cause whenever I'm feeling down, I lean right into my demons.
I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. I am going to do the rest of my makeup. I will come back and I will give you my first impressions on this contour. So I am back. I have put all of my makeup on. All I did was mostly like my eyes. I did put on false lashes, a little bit of eyeliner, bottom, and mascara. What I'm going to do now is kind of blend out the contour on my nose. I am actually going to use this side here. I just have like this Real Techniques, like this little brush here. And I'm going to just kind of go down my nose here like this. And I just kind of like buff out like the sides of the nose too, like the contour, just to make it more like just not so harsh. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to tap into here, tap off the excess. I'm just gonna put a little bit like under my eyes just to see like if it brightens it up. I feel like it kind of like smoothed it out. I feel like, yeah, I feel like there is definitely a brightening effect. I feel like this left side, now that I just applied it, it does look a little bit more brighter. So I'm going to apply it to the right side here too. And there we go. Ugh, it looks so blotchy. like I keep looking in the viewfinder and it looks blotchy to me. First impressions, I really like the color of it. I feel like it works well with my skin tone, and I really like that it's a cool undertone. I'm not really into warm undertone contours. I feel like the highlighter shade really does help to brighten up the under eyes. It worked for me. It didn't really do much for my nose, but it did brighten up my under eye. Some of the cons that I am first seeing is definitely how like it looks a little bit more splotchy, like not as smooth as the Shade and Light or the contours that I use, and it is really hard to blend out. It really is hard to blend out. Like you have to work at it, and I feel like I have to use other products to help blend it out, so that is not too good. And yeah, it does look, it looks pretty harsh. It looks kind of harsh on my skin. I'm gonna see how this wears throughout the day, and then I'm going to do an end of the day check-in and show you guys what my face is looking like. And yeah, I'll give you guys my final impressions on this contour duo palette. Let me do some close-ups of my face so that you can see what the contour looks like after initial application.
I just got some bad habits, lighting up the wrong match. Why does it feel right when it isn't? I'm a good catch, maybe it's just bad.
All right guys, I will see you at the end of my day. All right everybody, so it is almost 10 o'clock. I started applying the makeup around 2:30, so it's been almost 8 hours of wear time. I ran a lot of errands, so my face got super oily. I was out in the heat. It was like 102-3 degrees today. I know a lot of my makeup has probably come off, but let's see how the contour held up.
Falling for you. I know I'm a good catch.
So despite me being really oily, you can still see the contour here on my cheek area. I feel like maybe a little bit here on my chin and jawline, and then you can still see the contour here. Again, on this cheek, you can also still see a little bit. I feel like on the ball of my nose, I have like barely any makeup on there. So like the foundation came off as well, any concealer that I use. So there isn't any more of like the contour for my nose, but there is a little bit of the contour here on the upper, on like the bridge of my nose, just not on the ball of my nose. Like I have no makeup on there because of the oil. I would say how oily I got, it stayed okay. It wasn't horrible. I feel like as I got more oily, I feel like it helped to blend some of those lines a little bit, which it tends to always happen to me when I'm trying out new makeup and it happens to be patchy in the beginning. Kind of all melds together when I get oily. Overall thoughts, price-wise, it's a great price, $5.99. I feel like that's such an affordable price for a duo contour palette. I actually really enjoyed the highlighter part. I really liked that it helped to brighten the eyes. I think it worked well. As for the contour part, I really liked the color, but it was just so hard to blend out. And I don't think I have time to like be so careful sometimes. Like I'm really about like put on the makeup and then go whatever I need to do. And this just took a long time. I think you have to be really light-handed when you apply the contour, and you have to really blend it out, and you may need like another powder to blend it out even more. For me, it's I feel like a difficult contour to use just because it can look really patchy, especially in the beginning. Will I keep using Essence's Contouring Duo palette? I will use the highlighter. I'm pretty sure I will use the highlighter. I just don't like how patchy it looks, and it just doesn't look good initially. And I don't like the fact that I have to get like oily in order for it to kind of start to look good. So I will not be using the contour, but I will use the highlighter, so it doesn't totally go to waste. Thank you guys so much for watching my review on Essence's Contouring Duo palette. If you want to follow me on all of my other social media, I am at Jenn So-Called Life on Facebook and on Instagram, and I will be back next week with another video. Bye guys.